you can think of tons of examples where people say this guy's the greatest coach, and then he gets poached to a big team, and his old club brings in a new coach, and the team does just as well.
Mm,
It's better, right?
yeah.
And I think we have this. I'm not sure why. It's actually more common in England than I think elsewhere, even in Europe. But this real tendency to sort of attribute all success and failure to the coach, right? And the coach certainly matters, but you have 11 players out on the pitch, and for the most part, once the kickoff happens, the coach has very little influence. He might scream as much as he can from the sidelines, but there's very little that they can influence. So it's largely the players at that point. So I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because they're the most visible. Maybe it's because they're the one that does the press conference afterwards. We tend to attribute a disproportionate amount of good or bad to the coaches. Um, in reality, it's there's a lot more that comes from player skill and so on than I think we oftentimes get at. And so that's similarly why, it's challenging to identify coaches. It's challenging to find good ones because even if you look at this is true historically of transfers, it's very hard to find coaches that add value that sort of predictively add value to your club because when you're looking at them, the biggest driver of a team's success is largely player skill. And so, it can be hard to disentangle that, right? And by the time it by the to have enough sort of data or information to know a coach is really good, you need to have seen them um, win with multiple different unique sets of players, right? You need to basically have saying like, hey, this guy had success with one squad and then a totally different squad 3 years later and a totally different squad. He can maintain success, right? But by the time that happens, they become unattainable financially.